is there ever a bunch of information on this thing. So we're going to install this. I had the power bleep on me this morning, like about 10 minutes before 10. I heard my little alarms over there go off. So let's take a look at this thing. All right, there's some. I'm going to read that carefully. Okay. So there she is, and I think this is the updated one because the one that I've been seeing, I don't know, has the indicators in the middle of here, and this seems to be a little different. So here's what she is. So now this thing's good to what was it, 140 something or others. And you got to watch out after them something or others, they'll get you. So let's open this up and take a look. And the story here is I could put one of these in the barn. I usually turn most everything in the barn off, and I don't mess with that too much, so I'm not too scared of that. There's a box right out here for the air conditioner and some other stuff. The that thing right there, whatever they call it, I forget. I can't remember what it's called. It doesn't matter. It's the thing that knocks down the amperage. It's on my phone. It doesn't matter what it is because that's not what we're talking about. So the only place that I'm going to put this is going to be in this back bedroom, the yellow bedroom there. And so it's going to be nice. It's going to be a very comfortable installation. I did see today somebody said you could put this inside your box. Why would you do that? And you couldn't see the lights. But everybody's different. So I've already got some conduit. I'm going to talk about bending conduit pipe and all that other stuff. But here we go. Let's get started. Let's get reading, and I'll read the instructions a couple of times over, and then you'll be far better off. There doesn't seem to be that complicated. Now I've already got the breaker. I've already got my tools out. There's the conduit pipe. I got everything ready to go, and there's some stuff in the floor over there. I got my gloves. I don't have a hot suit, but anyway, I don't think I'm going to need it. So I got my meter to make sure everything's off. We'll get into all that here in just a minute. Very disappointed. No stickers. I was going over everything and a curveball came. So there's this wire here, or cable, with 3 wires in it, and there's a brown, a white, and a black. And I thought, well, what the hell is that about? Heck, that about? Because all you need is your 2 lines, L1 to L2, and your neutral and your earthing wire. So this is called a dry contact. So 21 American wire, 18 wire gauge, American wire gauge. So if you want to run, I guess this, my guess is, tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, you can make a remote lamp for what's called a dry contact. And I looked them up, and there are warning lamps, and they seem to have very specific parameters: 2 amp, 240 volt. So I've not seen anybody mention this, and it says right here, alarm connections. So if you want to put an alarm somewhere else in the house, I guess that's what that's for. And it says if you're not going to use it, a coil and secure wire. Now I saw some other cat saying he wasn't putting this in, but he's put something else in. And these are not 3 feet long. Those are 18 inches. That ought to be fine. But anyway, I think that indicates that it's the newer one. The older ones had the 3 foot long wires. But I saw some cat putting in Eaton or something, and he said he never cuts the wires back. It says here multiple times to make sure leads are short. And over here, it says must be located as close to the circuit as possible. minimizing parasitic losses. Use the shortest and straightest possible leads. So, okay, that's kind of what I thought. You don't want the electrons meandering about, waiting to shut down your system to blow your computers and stuff up. So you want them to get there as quick as possible. A millisecond is, of course, a measure of time. So if a millisecond makes a difference between blowing up your stuff and your refrigerator and your washer and dryer and all your new stuff back there, dishwasher, those things are very highly complicated. All that stuff back there is relatively new. So, and there's my big TV, and I've had to kind of replace a bunch of stuff lately, like you always have to. And so I'm going to go with, it says it on here twice. But this dry contact thing, I just wasn't expecting this. I'm glad to see it. And it emulates exactly what it says there, but it says alarm connections. But, you know, you got an alarm right there. So I guess that would relate to if you want to put this inside your box to protect it, then you could run a remote alarm. So maybe that's where they're going with that. I don't know. Anyway, gonna be some drywall cutting. So I got these things here. This is a 3/4 threaded on one end, connector on the other, and I'm gonna shape this to fit. And I don't need this to be, I don't need this very long, just for like 2 weeks. So I don't have to worry about sunlight. But it's got ETL, the mark of the beast. But I did notice too, they're real proud with their UL symbol on there too. So this is the way to go. I would say probably in almost any case. So I got I got to take the cover off back there and sort of ascertain where I'm going to put this puppy here. Well, let me show you the target that we're going for. And I think Rex is up here. Rex the multi-tool. So, this is the smallest bedroom around. You almost have to be on the ship to be on anything smaller than this. Let's see if I can get that all the way back. Well, that's as far as it goes. Okay. So here we are. We're eating. Get out of there. So I gotta get this cover off. Now see, I'll be able to sit right here on this old brass bed and see what we got here. Now I think that the wires come up through the bottom, and that would be good because you want to put this thing as close to the inputs as possible. And like I said a minute ago, a millisecond is a measure of time. So I don't want to cut everything quite off yet, or off quite yet, or turn it off, or just whatever. I just want to take this cover off and look. So there you go. Got a nice soft place to sit. Satin sheets to lie on. I haven't been in here in a long time. So here we are. There's Nighthawks and TR3s, and they're out there cutting grass on the side of the road. So I got a lot of nice nat light and everything in here. So I remember I had this off 10 years ago or something, and I put in this breaker right here. Ended up not using it for anything. Now there's going to be something kind of hard for you to see, but do you see those spider web things, cobwebs kind of blowing around? That's because, once again, and I've run into this on every outlet and the old phone lines. This thing actually had hard phone lines, and these are open to under the house. So I'm going to go get some great stuff and fill those up. And that one there, you can just see it just moving stuff around. There's a wolf spider. And so I'm going to seal that up. So our main issue here is that's your neutral. That's your, it looks like I got a pretty good solid ground. Looks like I got a darn good solid ground. And this nice box here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some surgery right here. Oh, I know it. That's the well pump wires. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah. Okay, I did that. I forgot I did that. So okay, that's what those yellow wires are there. I kind of forgot about that. So I'm gonna get I got a Now it says you can use a 20. Oh, there's my United dual turntable. You can use a 20 or 30 or something. And this is matched to the box. This is an Eaton box. So I'm not going to do anything with that till we get there. But it looks like we're going to be able to go in at the very beginning of this board, because we're coming up from the bottom like I kind of knew we were. And something goes out up there. I don't know. So anyway, let's we're going to get our pencil. And I didn't scratch that out because of their name. I did it on a project. So we're going to kind of go in right here and cut this out and see about dressing it up somehow. Thought about making a little wooden box for the thing, but let's remain calm here, okay? And I saw some cat cut the top off of this. Why would you do that? There's screws right there. So all he did was just cut the top off of it to look inside of it. So I was kind of sad to see somebody destroy that thing. But alright, so we know it's going to be like doing USB things. We need to go in right about here. And I don't know what's back there. So I guess maybe I ought to get a nail and do the old stud finding routine here. So we can minimize our damage here. Alright, so we're going to be going right back over that way here in a minute. Okay, I got a problem. I don't have any knockouts right there. Well, I'm going to have to put one there because that's where I'm going. I'm going from there to there. See, it's the same thing on this side. There's no knockouts in the middle. Oh, come on, guys. Does it always have to be something? Well, let's find out together. I'm not sure if there's a piece of wood right there. I don't know if there's a stud there. Okay, let's get this out of here and see what... There shouldn't be any insulation. Come on, baby. I was right, there is no insulation. Let's just put that on the floor instead of getting it all over the bed sheets and blankets and stuff. Yep, stud, so I'll be drilling a hole there anyway. So, okay. That's gonna be, well, it's not gonna be, maybe I think there's just one stud there. But, this could be a challenge. Well, let's at least see if I got that about right. Yeah, I got that about right. Okay. Try to do the minimum amount of damage. If I want to enlarge it or do something else, I'll do it. But so you can see the spider webs moving around in there even. So I've got it sealed up pretty good down in the crawl space. So I got to get great stuff, and I got to get a hole saw. And I want it to be, I want the hole saw to be this size here. So take that width and just make it a little bigger than that. So I got caulk up here, so I need great stuff and hole saw and a little luck. So maybe I can get my drill in there enough to go in this way. So we'll just have to kind of see. Having fun yet? Yes, I am. Okay, so I've got my hole saw where we're going to go. Now, this box is still on. It's not a good idea to leave it on, turn it off, but I just leave it on. Then I ain't going to be putting my tongue on it or anything. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be coming through here and not causing any troubles. No troubles. Okay? And I think I can do it. So let's just get started on this. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to do it probably, is just go ahead. Where's the next stud? The next stud is right here. So I'm going to go ahead and take this on out some more. And then we'll have room for the drill to go straighter. See what I mean? So as you can see, I have it, I'm going to let it sit a little proud of the wall, maybe a little bit, I don't know. But the thing, before you drill your hole, I didn't mention this, mark about where that thing's going to hit. Okay, so you want your blade to be there, and my blade is a little bigger than the my hole saw is a little bigger than the conduit pipe. Not going to need much of that conduit pipe, but I'm going to need some of it. So I probably won't need to bend it. Well, here's what I was going to do. I'm not going to do it because I might use this on something else. See this? I use this on. You can use this on metal lines, but it's hard. Keeps it from collapsing in. I was going to shove that in there and heat that up and straighten it out. But it looks like I can get so close to this that I don't even need to worry about that. I don't know. I'll have to think about what I want to do here. I just want to come straight out, more or less. And I don't have any of those little things to put, let's see, them things right there. I don't have any of them. But you don't need them, really, if you got enough of this. If you got enough of this, you can just poke it out and you'll be fine. So let's drill this hole, and then we can cut our drywall, put that back in there, and all that. I got the great stuff, but I'll probably have to work 20-30 minutes to get that old gun to work again. That stuff makes a mess. Okay, we're all in there. All right, that's two-handed. Okay. Nothing there yet, but I think that's about the depth of a stud there. Yep, it is. Whew, I smell burning wood here. Let's take this outside and clean it, and then drill on through that thing. Ooh, stinky. This is old lumber. I mean, it's hard. It ain't like new growth stuff. It's a little bit different animal. I deal with enough wood to know. Whew, my goodness, stuff was tough. I had to change drills. I can't find my impact driver, which means I can't find my other battery. So I had to change drills. It's okay. I got a couple of more. Okay, guys. There's the beginning of the twist drill. Let's see. I don't want to put my flashlight in there because the box is still hot. But there's still a little bit more wood in there. So see how deep I am? I'm all the way flush. Let's see if I can get out of there. Yeah, there's another little bit of it. All right, let me get both hands, but we're through. Just about ready to turn the power off here. So I've gotten through. I took out a whole nother plug of wood, and there's the metal right there. So we're through. All right, good. Whew. Careful, easy does it, Tiger. I've turned everything off I can, so we're ready to turn this off. You know it's off because you can hear that thing over there complaining. This is where you get your meter and you check and make sure those aren't hot. So do that. I'm ready to go here. Guess I can cut this with Rex the Wonder Tool here when the time comes to get that spring out of there. Not going to be doing it that way, it doesn't look like. So looks like I'll have to kind of measure and play. But I got this coupler here. We're going to insulate this thing all we can. I'm not going to bother to even glue it. I mean, maybe you should, but I wouldn't bother. I mean, I'm not going to bother. And okay, well, let's go through, check with a meter. All right, this is a real crummy meter, but it's kind of my house meter. It's okay, I guess. Kind of a nasty cut, but cut nevertheless. Marked it, ready to go. And I don't drop anything here because you'll never get back. So everything's off and checked. So I've already checked everything. So let's string this through. I took my auxiliary wires and I cut them to staggering lengths, a little bit off, and then I taped them up. I don't know what I'm just going to coil that up and put it in there like it says do. So let's get this thing mounted. Now, when you turn the box off, them things there are still hot, so just keep that in mind. Okay, here we go. Look at it curling back around. How nice is that, huh? Okay, so we're going to put this in here. And we're going to hope that it comes across the fruited plane there. Okay, there you go. Now see, I got that insulator on the other side of that sharp metal. So there you go. Alright, that's pretty good. The way you finish this off is up to you. But I got the wires through, and I feel good about that not hitting anything terrible. So I'm just gonna take this and put it in. I'm probably gonna well, don't guess I got to. So the way these work, and y'all know, you just hook it right there and then you push it in, and then okay, that's all the way in. Go ahead and leave it off, and then we'll wire these things up. I don't want to cut that wire. I think what I'll do is just tuck it back in there. I guess I'm not showing you, just to keep it out of harm's way. So there you go. That's okay. And all we got is these 4 wires, and I may not have enough to get to the neutral, but I'll work that out. We'll work that out when we have to. That's one of the drawbacks, I suppose. Okay, well, I got enough to get to up here on the earthing side. There's one right there. Right there. Okay, cool. Certainly got enough to get to the box. And they say don't splice these things. It looks like I don't have a choice. So whatever you do, don't splice these things, okay? And let me get this thing, that's off. Let me get this thing well, I don't know. Let me just think about this thing. Well, I'll show you what I do in the end. Got no choice. There's no other way to get to the neutral bar without a splice. What have I got for that? I think I know something. Alright, so here's what I got out of everything. I got these 2 plugs of wood. I got that plug of metal that we talked about earlier. I took a piece of Romex and cut out the white wire, and I got 2 little those bonding clips that you see, and I got solder, and I soldered it in. That's as good as I can do. So I loaded it with solder and melted it in real nice. So I'm waiting on that to cool. We're going to tape it off real good. And then I want to do the hardest stuff first. I want to go to that neutral first. So we're going to go down and around and away from all this that we can, and go up here. But I got plenty of white now. Okay, let's let's not burn the wood. I'll show you what it's like wired up. So we'll just connect the dots here in just a minute. Is that hot now? Oh, it's a little bit warm. It ain't too bad. I think I'll burn the wood. See, the worst thing that can happen is lose power, and then I can't have my distractions, and I start singing. Not ever a good thing. Alright, so I can't remember what I was going to use that little thing for, but just leave it there. I thought about that. I think I showed that earlier, but it's been a while. Got distracted by a call. So we have our white wire. Really nice solder. I always use twice as much tape as what the insulation would be. So it's going up, and it's as close as I could get it. It was the very bottom rung one I could get. And so here is the earthing one. I got it as close as I could get. And then here are the 2 hots. And then here is that sensing cable for something else, and I just kind of shoved it back in there. So we're ready to go on. So I'm going to turn the main power back on, and then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to kind of tidy up in here a little bit with some pull ties first. Let's do that. Okay, she's just tidied up a little bit. Wires are back. and everything. So we're going to switch her back on again. This won't come on because that's off right there. Okay, main house back on. Okay, beep. Okay, I heard beeping. So let's see what happens here. Ready? So here we go. Look at that. Green light. Green light on protection, operational. Loss of power, red flashing. So we got double greens. So we're all good here. All right. Well, I don't know what to say. Oh, I gotta go. I'll just do that's basically it. But I'm gonna just get some great stuff and seal all this off, and maybe, I don't know. I'm not gonna. Well, just stick with me. Let's just finish up here and do our very best, and I'll show you the final shot. But there it is. Oh boy, and turn this fan back on. Yay, it works. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Okay, there you are. And I'm just going to rough in. I think I've got the same color and some stuff, but we're not going to go that far. I'm just going to hit me some drywall in there, call it a day. I'll tell you a trick that I do sometimes is I will get some Gorilla Tape and put back here and back here, and so it won't fall through, and it's not going to fall through there, and but here it could, and just sort of tape that off so you put it in. It's going to be fine. I got that tapestry to hang up here, so Carole King did it, I think. But anyway, a little bit of a musical trivia thing. All right, let's get the great stuff going. That might take longer than it took to put that thing in. Cleaning out that gun. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but I'm like, acetone I think they used to clean. I can't remember. Whatever it takes, I'll find it. I'm working on it. I'm not quite ready to show you. Remember to knock out your two things right there before you put your panel back up, and just knock them through, and then you can kind of finagle them off. You get the drill. Just knock them off. Well, I'll show you what the board looks like up there in a minute. Should just be just about done. Mark that not hot, because it's not hot. Okay, I got my little holes busted out. See in a minute. I got my great stuff all shook up and cleaned out here. And hang on. Give her a couple more twists there. You know, I can already tell a difference. Okay. And right here, the unneeded hole. I don't know what they were thinking there. It's hard to do this and keep it in the frame. Alright, let's just go some more there. We'll put a little bit right there. Just cause. Alright, well that does it. So we'll put the cover back on it, and I've been working on other stuff. So this didn't take too long to dry. Once again, this is a real good situation here. I think I'm going to leave this in the house now because it's getting to be winter time, and I don't want this freezing down in the barn. So just hope it doesn't go off in the middle of the night or something. That's all you can hope for. So I'll just put it right there. All right, I gotta get my airplane down. All right, so I've already done all the other touch-up work. I didn't even think about wearing my protective gloves. Didn't occur to me. All right, we're gonna let this cure out for a while. Put the cover on it, and then we'll do. I think I got like 2 more shots left. Just about ready to wind this down here. Okay, that goes there. I don't need anything, bust anything. So there's basically the tools it took. There's some remnants of the stuff. I just got my 1/8 copper pipe in for some vacuum work I got to do on some of the cars. But check this out. I actually got used for this. Is 1/16. I mean, that is some fine as frog hair stuff there. But I actually have use for that. Believe it or not, I'm going to use it as a restrictor. So that's a whole different thing. So we're gonna look at this, and then I'm gonna finish cleaning up, set the room. I'm not gonna make the bed up because I don't do things like that. We have people for that. Okay, and then there's the box done. And there's our new breakers. Hate that white wire was like it was. Let me turn the range on. Oh, that was on. Hey, let's see, everything is. Oh, I had the dryer and the clothes washer. I was gone for a while. Okay, so there you go. That goes there. And this thing has a lovely little cover panel. And I got a little white paint there. I mean white paint, a little yellow paint. And that looks like that. But let's look at it from when I get the bed back in place. I got a vacuum up down here. And then we'll see what it looks like from just walking in. Now, I didn't go to a lot of trouble to make it look great, because I want people to kind of see that, you can take it out. Just get your knife out of your pocket and you can get it out. Okay, let's put the bed back, vacuum, put the bed back, clean up, and we will do the last shot then. Tapestry and all. Okay, final shot. Everything's back together again. Do some kicking around under there. I'll do that. There, done. All right, so this is just sort of a spare room, but there's what it looks like. See, there's the tapestry, and there it is right there, believe it or not. It matches in there pretty good, almost like I meant to do it. So that's it. And so once again, very, very lovely. I've stopped a great big air leak that I should have thought of a long time ago, actually, but I didn't. So that's it. So I appreciate y'all watching, and give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and just be careful doing this. If you don't, like they always say, if you don't feel comfortable doing it, just get an electrician to do it. What do you think an electrician would charge to do this? $1,000. So I've been on it 2 hours, maybe less, taking my time, having fun, doing other things. So probably total work time 90 minutes, maybe less. So if it wasn't for having to drill that hole, it would have been less than that. So just the actual installation of the thing without all the ancillary stuff, probably far less than 90 minutes. What a wonderful, secure feeling it gives me here, because I'm so far out in the country that it's power surges are just common, and power outages are common. So it makes you feel safe. So you be sure and stay safe, okay? Don't let anything bad happen to you. All right, talk to y'all later. Thanks for spending time with me. Bye-bye.